Over the past few days, since this overwhelming and tragic news came of the earthquake in Turkey, which has affected so many people also in Syria, I have really just been lost for words. Like so many hundreds and thousands of millions of beings on the planet for whom this news and this catastrophe is so devastating. And my heart is just full of pain and compassion and a sense of helplessness. Yet, I trust in the ways of the Lord, knowing that our human capacity to comprehend the great things of this universe always falls short. But at the same time, my heart bleeds with pain and compassion and the soreness in times like these when we run out of moves to sit and to watch heart-achingly at what is being presented, so that we have to, as a whole world, human world, to share in this common pain, where all our differences, treasured and otherwise, have to be laid aside, when the grace of life lay us so bare that superficial differences and it just is so meaningless. And I want to feel the meaninglessness of the divisions also that have happened in the world, and how much a tragedy of this enormity, how many beings are responding to this with full heart, to set aside anything which might have previously been that caused hesitation in us, that as a human family we act as much as we can, as soon as we can, and as full-hearted as we can, to serve our brothers and sisters wherever such calamities happen in the world. Man must lay aside all differences, and how we are seeing now the huge number of beings who are pouring out their efforts, their whatever it takes also to serve in such a catastrophic situation. And I want to say that with all my heart, I still bless and pray that whatever help is required from the human resources and heart is not impeded by any obstacles, human or otherwise. Those who have gone beyond this physical plane, as there are many, thousands and thousands, have moved on. The suffering is with us here, who have borne witness to these things and must carry on and to support our brothers and sisters wherever they may be in the world. May this, I can say, this calamity of such enormous proportion really, really touch a place within all of us, perhaps in a way that we have not been touched before. And there is something within us that wants to turn away, to look away, because faced with such enormous sense of helplessness, something wishes it away, that we don't want to see. We are so helpless. And yet, each one, I pray, must find a change within ourselves. We may not be able to challenge nature's way. I encourage all who are so deeply touched, as a true human being must, wherever you may be, to get right in your heart, to not curse the Supreme, but rather to dive deep within ourselves, to find that place from where compassion arises, and love, and forgiveness, and harmony, and a striving for harmony, and a unity and peace in our world. And bless you wherever you may be. I speak also not only to the Sanghas around the world, but to every man, every woman, every child whose heart is ripped open by the severity and enormity and just the power of this experiencing. And to say, may we rise up more and more, to not to ensure something like this doesn't happen again, because we don't know, but wherever there is such a deep human yearning, like a child screaming out for, not just for love, but for aid and for support and for compassion and for just to be served by the power of God, that this is more deeply awakened in our human family, and that may it be that such things bring us closer together, brings out the true humanity within our heart, the true beingness within our heart. And whatever it may take, if we open to that, to the great self, to be guided and to be transformed into a purity, a growth, an awareness, an aliveness, a love and a compassion, to respond to the call of the universe, to show up, to not wait for calamity only, but to be so present. And I cannot determine in what way that service may arise and unfold, but I know it will unfold, because so much of humanity is transformed, is changed, and in a process of transformation as a result of this tremendous, tremendous, tremendous experiencing of such a disaster of inconceivable force. And we know that we live on a planet that is a living planet, that is also, we are not independent or apart from this planet. We must cooperate also. We must treat it well. We must treat each other well. We must become more in a field of oneness and harmony, so that in times of such great calling, we are not scattered and fragmented, but more unified in our heart and in our hands and work, to show the love that is the root of our existence, to set it free from the bondage of ignorance and selfishness. So thank you. Bless you wherever you may be. Unimaginable, equally unimaginable opportunity to just open our hearts to the possibility to serve this calling, not just now, but onwardly. I bless our human family I'm pointing my finger at no one. I encourage everyone, for my heart holds that love for everyone, as each of us has the capacity within us to do. I bless governments around the world, leaders and volunteers, and all who come forward in whatever capacity, just with a heart to serve and to show up. And bless you wherever you may be, whatever we can do from our heart to serve whatever is the needs of the moment. Then I pray and bless that such a catastrophe will be a turning point even for each one of us in this family of humanity, to be touched in such a powerful way that whatever appears to divide us will become meaningless and will be replaced by the unity of love and wisdom. God bless. At times like this, we know that so much help is offered. It takes time. The situation is so devastating because it's a time of year, and it's so, the conditions of the climate is so severe in many ways. Still, those who are prepared by life to offer the service that has been most supportive and helpful and needed at this time can move into place and make that mission continue with great grace and support. May it be also an opportunity for people who have never worked together to move more closely together and to set aside whatever challenges or difficulties to work alongside to support the needs of this moment. I bless that all those who are and will play an efficient role in this rescuing and support at this stage, in this most urgent time, that this activity will unfold and with greater flow and ease as much as it is within our power. And that the second wave will come, we don't know what is to come from nature in this way, but we are also nature. And that the second wave of help to continue to support whatever the needs are as the days unfold, that when it is our time to act, each one in according to their capacity and their skill and their health and the availability with the support of governments, will continue as a continued drive to support this cause, this service, this togetherness to move, to alleviate the pain and suffering from our brothers and sisters in Turkey and in Syria. And may aid come to each in accordance with the needs of the moment. And in such a catastrophe whose consequences are so incalculable at this moment, so indefined. And it's a great calling that humanity can meet, and we must do what we can, because we do not have the power over nature, but we have the power of our nature to respond to the needs of the moment. And so I bless all the operations that are moving in place each moment by each government, and that nothing gets in the way to block the flow of the help that is needed. I bless all the governments, all the peoples of the world, that with our collective attention and intention and consciousness turned mercifully and with compassion to serve those who are in need in these countries. In fact, in all the countries, we are always in need. But that target and that focus may flow with great ease. We bless that this will be so. And as the work continue to be called for and to be strive to satisfy and to fulfill the needs of the moment, as it is our turn, as I said earlier. By grace may each one not only offer just a physical support, but emotional support, our support of prayers and blessings, of coming together, of increase in understanding. We know that every catastrophe is an opportunity for our human family to draw more close together. And as I said before, we may not be able to stop or control the forces of nature, but it is in our nature and our capacity to support and help each other in times like this. And so, brothers and sisters, bless, by the grace of God, blessings upon everyone. And for those who are in greatest need at this moment, and those who come to support this need and to serve the needs, also bless you in every respect. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But what can we do but pray and bless those who are called into action at this moment? And the action takes different forms. There will come a time for each of us to do what we can to be called in your unique way, in accordance with the will of God. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.